We're back. Golf NV. We snuck in here while no one was here. Jake let us in and rummaged the place. So Jake, tell the audience, local shop, local owned. How did it all come to be?
Man, first off, it's a blessing. It's a blessing we're here, a blessing that we've had a golf community to support us.
Mm,
Um, Quick synopsis, I'd say, is a lot of our groundwork comes from Golf Headquarters, which was a locally owned store here in Reno for about 38 years. And so luckily we had a community that supported us over there. Was very nice to kind of follow us this direction more into South Reno. And we've been open just over 3.5 years now, doing it local, trying to take care of our community. Big thing for us here is the junior programs,
oh yeah.
women's leagues, just trying to get everyone, loving and enjoying golf a little bit more. But yeah, we were just very, very lucky to find a location over
Hmm.
here in South Reno, which is growing.
Yeah.
We have a lot of our population in Reno just coming out this direction. We got Hidden Valley up the road. We have Arrow Creek, Montreux, Lake Ridge, all kind of in this nice little community
Yeah.
to kind
Wolf
of
Run
support
right
us.
there too. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wolf
Yeah.
Run,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
which I was there
Yeah.
yesterday. Course is in beautiful shape, by the way. But
Awesome.
yeah,
So I kind of wanted to highlight for a lot of people that don't know or that are coming to golf or something like that, being able to come into a store like this. What has kind of been the evolution of the store? I mean, I see you have like new area, you guys are expanding. It looks like you guys are doing full lessons here now. You got the
hmm,
fitting and all that stuff. So
definitely.
for someone that is coming to golf because, it's growing in popularity, junior programs and things like that. Um, how does someone walking in the door that's never played like kind of navigate, like what are some of the key things you're like, okay, where do I need to start?
Yeah, no,
Yeah, yeah.
great question. And through my experience, it's been so individualized. There is no cookie cutter answer of
Mm.
how to approach this sport in general. So I would say it could be a little overwhelming when someone
Mhm.
walks into the
For
store.
sure, right? Yeah.
We kind of have, I would consider it the monopoly of what you can do in the golf world, club repair, lessons, as you mentioned,
Mhm.
fitting. So we are trying to be that one stop shop. That way, anyone that just loves golf has a place they can go. No, and not just for retail shopping and fitting.
Mhm.
We have a lot of great customers that come in to kind of just hang out, pick our brain, talk about what they did this week on the golf course, see how we can kind of revamp their golf bag, their golf swing, little things like that,
Oh, for
whether it's
sure.
just a conversation or not. But shoot, man, if you're just getting started into this game, it's definitely overwhelming. If you're reading online, seeing all the marketing that every company sends out, I would say what's great about us is you have someone to talk to and somebody to rationalize what's going on in your head
Mhm.
about your golf game or what you want your golf game to be. So I would say we're kind of here to sift through the muddiness, the
Okay.
confusingness of the golf world that it is right now.
Yeah. And I think too, our audience is growing and, I'm hoping that more women are listening to us. These are the two donkeys talking about nonsense. But it's a very inviting space. A lot more women are coming to the game. My wife is playing a lot more now. I know his wife is getting out there too. And it's you guys having the ladies leagues and stuff like that. I mean, it's pretty awesome. And the my wife always complains about there's not enough women's apparel or
Mhm.
this, that, and the other. And you guys have a great selection, especially the shoes and everything. So it's pretty sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I learned that from day one that pretty much women run the world and run the relationship, and so I learned that at Hidden Valley, take care of their wives, and then everyone's happy.
Yeah.
So, but our women's league, we've been sold out every month since we've opened. We do a new program every Tuesday or every Monday, and you're committing to 4 nights for the month. But man, we've had tons of people re-sign up, tell their friends, and we're kind of growing this nice ladies golf and V community. And same thing, our owner is Dana Riggy and Marissa Riggy. She's doing all of the ladies clothing buying. She's so heads on with it and
Mhm.
kind of taking in some insight. And as we've been here for 4 years, we've learned a lot from, our customers and our community of what they're actually interested in rather than everywhere you go being print this, print that, or, whatever it is.
Hmm.
So,
Well, okay. So first time in, what would you say? And maybe that's why we're standing up there with these clubs at our hand. Like,
yeah,
what's the most important club in the back?
I mean, it's got to be putter.
For me, it's
Yeah.
putter.
You're hitting it on
What do
every
you
hole.
think? I mean, you
Yeah.
can't roll that rock. What do you
You're
got?
hitting it in every hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Right? You gotta have something you're comfortable with.
yeah.
So it depends. I mean, there's certain products that are gonna make, a game changer for a certain person,
Hmm.
but putter is always my bread and butter,
Yeah.
so
What do you got?
okay. Well, what I got here is the Bettinardi, one of my favorites of all time. It's the Queen Bee.
Okay.
So the reason I love it is it's very beautiful, but it's one of the only mid blades, which a blade putter is going to be one of your smaller, more classic looks. But a mid blade is just going to give you a little bit more perimeter weighting, a little bigger sweet spot. But the biggest thing is the putter is going to sit somewhat face balanced for me. So I would say the majority of golfers that we have try to putt straight back, straight through.
Hmm.
That's kind of what we're all taught, even the beginners. So the equipment is going to cater to that. We're trying to putt like a pendulum, which is straight back, straight through.
Hmm.
We're going to want a putter that doesn't fight that. So, that being said, if I had just your classic blade like this guy, if we do that same little product test here, we just balance it across her palm,
Hmm.
we can kind of see that that sits almost 45 degrees down. Classic build, very sexy look to it, but it's actually going to design with a slight arc with my putting stroke. So even if I try to go straight through with it, what will happen a lot of the times is my club face will stay slightly open and I'll miss a lot of my putts right.
Got it.
So if you're out there on the course,
Did not know that.
You can
I've been
watch
watching.
it.
I've been watching my father putt like this my whole life, and they just go in, and I'm like, that
Yep.
makes my head hurt.
There you
Even
go.
yeah.
when it comes to putters, the main thing is repetition. So
Mhm.
there's no perfect answer in the golf world. There's no perfect golf swing that's going to hit it straight all the time. It's just repeating that motion that we can make effective. So if we do have an open door, closed door method, we just have to make sure the door's closed.
Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
not, it's going all over the place.
Right
You
on.
know?
Right on.
Now the difference between, let's say, a blade or a mallet,
Mhm.
for example, what would someone go towards one?
Well, originally a mallet was intended to be that face balance putter. So when they first came on the scene, one of my fondest memories of that happening is right around the time Dustin Johnson and Jason Day switched to a spider putter.
Okay.
Comes out with this all red putter, all black putter just for those guys. You're wondering, 90% of the people on tour are playing with a blade. What's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, is it a little bit of marketing? Is it not? But they're making a lot of putts.
Mhm.
So what I had found out is they were able to at TaylorMade design a putter that balances to the blade that Dustin Johnson, Jason Day, Rory have been putting their whole career with. But now they can put out this idea of a mallet putter that even the pros play it because it was almost this little, well, they don't do it. I don't need to do it.
Yeah.
So it brought the consumer into the world of being a better putter, having a little more mass to it so you don't have to put as much stroke into it, letting the putter do its thing.
Gotcha.
It's the same thing I'll say with every club in here. Let the club do its job. Okay. A lot of the times we're fighting against that. So they actually were able to make a putter that has a mallet that has basically a hang of a blade.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's why I always do this with my customers is there's 200 putters in here. None of them are the same. They're all going to have some type little tweak to it to try to
Mhm.
make them a little better than the rest.
Gotcha.
But you can't just say, "Oh, go get a mallet," because they're no longer made for that straight back, straight through design. Oh.
Well, damn, I got to try it on the one that I have here. Let me see what's going on here.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Yep.
Yeah, so a little bit because I like to go back right straight and back.
So, like, if we want to, yeah, grab a Scotty Cameron. Scotty Cameron is a great example of this. He is a blade designer. So Scotty has always thought the blade was superior to the mallet, but they got to get market share in the blades and the mallets. So what he does is he designs the mallet with that perimeter weighting, but he gives it a slight toe hang every time. because he's a traditionalist,
Uh-huh.
a purist almost for the golf world. So he believes that everybody's going to have a little bit of an arc because it is very hard
Mhm.
to mechanically try to beat pendulum.
Mhm.
Once we get past our right hip on a long putt, our body naturally wants to arc.
Turn back, yeah.
It's just a common movement. So there's a lot to it. And like I said, it doesn't mean that this is the answer. You still have to repeat the stroke.
So if you are that pendulum straight back, you're one of the guys that toe down
Or taking
and you're
lessons
just
and you're
straight and feel like that, what would be the best fit putter for you then?
a face balanced mallet is the go-to.
Okay.
But they've added another thing in the last couple of years. So Lab Golf basically pioneered the zero torque type of putter. So there's a lot of verbiage into what they want to call it. But the easiest way to explain it is we do that same test and the putter basically sits completely upright. So Odyssey did this a few years ago. They called it a toe-up putter. Wilson did it back in the 90s. So there's not a lot of crazy innovation in the game, but with the new materials and what they can do with the product, 3D printing and stuff, they can finally perfect this design. So what it is, instead of being face balanced, when it sits completely upright, we can see it even turns a little.
Mhm.
It's called stroke balanced. So basically, when we just put little to any type of movement back, even if I take it out and away, the putter face will stay square. So this is the F word in golf, forgiveness, which gets
Yeah,
thrown
yeah,
around
yeah, yeah.
everywhere. Forgiveness in putting goes a long ways, so it's just going to leave our miss hits closer to the hole. We don't always strike it perfect. So if we have a putter face that's square, we're going to have a better chance of rolling.
And
it.
is the only way to really achieve that is that center shaft?
Yes and no. For that was a yes last year.
Okay.
Everything that was truly zero torque had to be off center, basically the center mass of the putter.
Okay.
There have been center shafted putters for many years, but those were face balanced. They were never perfectly balanced to hold the putter in place. So that's kind of why you're seeing it more in the last year or so. But Lab, Odyssey are coming out with heel shafted versions. I'm not really sure the proprietary.
Once a month on the
stuff.
show. I mean, hey, Bill Nye, the golf world.
CJ, the snake.
Yeah,
I tend
yeah.
to just bombing out golf information.
Dude,
so.
it's great though. I mean, as someone that is like
A nerd.
well, no, I was just gonna say, as someone that really enjoys the game of golf, but I'm not like I'll go practice every day, or I'll putt for an hour every day. I don't have that kind of tenacity in the practice for it. But like understanding a few simple like fundamentals of the game is like it'll take you from a 12 to an 8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'll take, blah, blah, blah. Like if you're just athletic enough and you're already an 8 and you apply some of these fundamentals and understanding which is, or, it'll really lower your score.
No, for
right.
sure.
Yeah. That's the way
I
to
think we
do
need
it.
a little bit more knowledge, Jake. Oh, you got a couple wedge things.
Oh yeah. Let's go to that.
I got something on a putter for
Okay.
Oh.
I want you to try something. Grip that putter like you're going to putt it real quick. I bet you've never thought about this. How much percentage of the weight of the putter is in your right hand versus left hand out of 100%?
20.
So 20% in your right hand, 80% in your left hand?
Yeah.
You throw
This is just a guide. I putt with my right hand.
with your left hand.
Sorry, left hand. Left hand.
Yeah, my
we
weight's
go.
in my left hand.
Oh yeah, I would say 80%.
Okay. Do you throw a baseball with your left arm?
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Left hand? Do you throw a baseball with your left hand?
Extremely poorly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll let him stay to the side because he's weird for this question.
yeah.
So let me ask you, why would you put all of the control of your golf swing into your less dominant side?
I mean, I don't have a good answer other than I feel like when I'm gripping here, when I grip harder and I try to hold more weight, the toe of the putter goes up. So as I go back, and if I grip, see that versus this.
The reason I bring it up is I do this with a lot of my beginners or people who are really striving to get better. A lot of the times, and Hogan is a phenomenal teacher, one of the best golf swings ever. The book that he wrote was basically teaching how to golf with your left side.
Mhm.
And a lot of people took that to heart. But in my eyes, I don't believe there's one way to swing a golf club.
Sure.
So I teach a lot of my students right side dominance, how to hit a draw, how to do that kind of stuff. So when it came to putting, the reason I bring this up is I was in that same boat where I was very left side dominant. I was 80% on my left hand, 20% right hand. What happens if we put more pressure into our left side is we're going to leave the putter face open.
Okay.
So I was basically noticing that concept of taking it back. Club face slightly gets open on the way back, but on the way through, I'm kind of shoving it because
Hmm.
I'm sending that left arm down. So all I did one day was grab the putter with my right hand first and then grab it with my left hand. And I shifted that percentage. And it doesn't mean it's going to work for everyone. But what I like about it is it's kind of a shock to the system. Rather than everybody starts talking about putting stroke,
Mhm.
they throw the alignment sticks down and they start standing over it and they start getting really meticulous. I'm such a feel-based guy. I would rather kind of just do something like that and then kind of see how the results go. But it's just
Yeah,
something that I think you should try out and
for
see what
sure.
happens.
So
Since you're
throwing
not much of a
left-handed, I'm
practicer.
a mutant then, right?
Yeah, well,
We're
that's
just
the same thing like
ambidextrous. Yeah.
Phil Mickelson or any of these guys that were righty and then they went lefty or lefty to righty.
Yeah.
The science behind it is pretty cool, where our eyesight can see it a little bit better or that other dominant side, you
Yeah.
know? So, like with putting, when I get into a long lag putt, I will actually kind of stagger my stance a little bit because it will tilt my head a few degrees this way. So my right eye can see down the line a little bit more. So I kind of just have these little tricks that
Yeah.
cater to what I know my body sees and eyesight and tries to kind of help with that
Which
dispersion.
which I've kind of found is if I'm playing poorly or I have one like a specific miscue
Mhm.
and I'm like, this is the third hole I've done the kind of the same thing as like I got a lesson from Trevino. I like have this checklist, so it's kind of the same
Yeah.
thing that you're saying. It's like, okay, let me go, make sure I'm here, blah blah blah, finish.
But then you're also supposed to forget about it when you're standing at the ball. And
That's
just
why I shot at 81 today instead of instead of a 76
Yeah.
for sure. All right,
Let me see some.
Grab some wedges. What I want you to go through is what is bounce in the wedge and how does it affect where the club sits and then hitting the ball.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. You got the yes?
I got the yes.
All right. Let's switch it.
Yeah, yeah, okay,
All right. We're going to use Titleist as our example today.
okay,
So, in my opinion, the golf industry has gotten very muddy. Okay. And a lot of that has been done by the shafts and then the amount of options.
okay,
Okay. So, if we're just talking bounce, loft, grind, those kind of all correlate together.
Sure.
Every company has their own version of what they think is the right way to do it. So there will be slight variance, but if I just simplify it, mid bounce, low bounce, high bounce. Okay, if we just separate it into three categories.
hmm
Mid bounce was what wedges always were before they had numbers and letters on them.
okay.
Okay, you just grabbed them, you hit them, you went out and played. That's what everyone had.
Yeah, before there was a 60 and 62 and
Yeah,
the
there was an S on your
50
glove,
54 was like or 56 was traditional sand, right?
Yeah. And there's no universal truth to that anymore.
Mhm.
And that's the thing is we say sand wedge, but that means someone could be using a 58, you
Yeah.
know. So
Mhm.
um but how they like to do it is they basically realize that not everybody plays in the same conditions, same climate, same area. So they had to start giving a variety of options. So basically, if we take too big of a divot on a full swing wedge, whether it's your sand wedge, lob wedge, gap wedge, you would basically want more bounce. That's the easy way, an easy indicator to figure out what you need.
Mhm.
If you are a picker, if we don't take a big divot, kind of just take a little grass clippings off, you would want to go a little less bounce. Okay.
Okay.
So it has to do with turf interaction.
Okay.
Now we could answer all day long, are you using that in the bunker, using that in the rough? But if I simplify it and we just talk about divot size, that's the easiest way for you to pick out wedges.
Okay. So if you live in a place like Florida where it rains a lot, you're probably going to take a little bit more turf, right?
Typically,
Or
still depends on you though. You
yeah.
know, so if I get somebody that has wrist or elbow pain, they're scared to death.
Oh yeah, that's my father.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then, so that's where the fitting to me is more interesting about you.
Mhm.
Yes, I do have to do it by the book and the analytics, but every fitting is different because it's all about the human that I'm working with.
Gotcha.
So if we're talking just divot size, that's the easiest way to pick out wedges. So how I do my wedges in my bag is I have the most bounce on my gap wedge, get a little less on my sand wedge, and then a little less on my lob wedge. Meaning that I'm mainly going to hit a full swing with that gap wedge,
Mm-hmm.
full and 3/4 with my sand wedge, and then my lob wedge is my versatile club,
Mm-hmm.
bunkers, open club face, that kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. That makes sense.
So what I love about wedge fittings, I wish I could do them outside. I would say that's the one thing that people always ask. They're like, man, I wish I could hit this off grass when you go into a store and you hit off a mat.
Sure.
Yeah.
So there's this thing that I like to do with my clients where, have you ever done a lie test?
Mhm.
Okay. So a lie test is a simple test you're doing with irons to basically tell how my customer is hitting it heel to toe direction.
Mhm.
But the fun thing about that is if we do it with wedges, we're also going to look at how the impact is from the back of the head to the front of the
Yeah,
head.
okay.
So this is a way that we can do a fitting here at Golf and V that will give us a little extra info into that decision making.
Mhm.
So if I just taken you onto the lie board and it's going to leave a little mark as soon as you hit the ground. If it's just playing right in the middle from, we're talking leading edge to back, then 10 bounce, 11 bounce,
Mhm.
pretty much neutral. Don't have to do anything. My dad, he's a flipper. So if he misses a wedge shot, it's high, short, right. So what he does in his swing is he naturally actually increases the loft of the club at impact. So if I give him a lie test, his mark is off that back edge over here.
Got it.
Meaning that if he's not striking it correctly, that leading edge is a 1/4 inch off the ground. So that's where you skull the ball. That's
Yeah,
where that
yeah.
shot comes in if you're off a tight lie. And then vice versa, if you have that guy that really digs, usually that tall guy that just takes this beaver pellet, his leading edge is digging too much in the ground.
Got it.
Give him more bounce.
Got it. Okay.
So that's how bounce works. And then it correlates to the degree that you're hitting, basically.
Okay.
That's
So
interesting.
yeah, I really like how you phrase that too. It's like,
No,
your lob wedge, you're taking a full swing 90% of the time, right? To
And-
reach a distance versus go ahead. Sorry.
Absolutely. And as you're saying that, I'm looking at this as the bounce is 4,
Mhm.
and I can see that it is very narrow.
Yep.
in the heel. And
Mhm.
this is all shaved. So just as you said, when it's hitting where it should, it's not exposing it like if it was with a 10, it's
Correct.
going to be exposing it.
Let me see that one.
To the back of that is
Yeah, yeah. And this is a 14.
Yeah. So to round out the explanation, so then they throw in grind. Grind to me is bounce. Okay. They will explain it. Other companies have different grinds. And so I need that one real quick. So as we were looking at this one, this is the low bounce wedge. It's a 4 degrees. This would be my flopper all day long, but if I'm playing mantra, it's too wet and too soft for this
Yeah.
wedge. You're probably going to see me slide under it a few times. But the whole point of this wedge, it being a 4 bounce, is literally that's the only thing they're measuring that's 4 degrees.
Mhm.
So if I open up the club face, I'm actually going to play it off this back edge and actually have the same amount or add a little bit more.
But is that leading edge kind of now
Raised because it's 4, it's not anything drastic.
I see.
If you look at this 14, which
Yeah.
is the opposite. So they would basically tell every higher handicap golfer they needed this wedge.
Mhm.
K grind 14 bounce. I maybe sell one of these a year because I am very against it for our type of turf.
Got it.
Okay. If you're not playing 6:30 in the morning where it's soaking wet, a lot of times we have tight, drier conditions, our bunkers or around the greens. So the K is a 14 bounce when you sit it flat. But as soon as you open it up, it's a 16 to a 17,
Yeah.
which would be impossible for me to get under.
Yeah.
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 All day long.
Yeah. Your
So-
only option is to de-loft it and kind of, yeah.
And that's why I would tell most of the consumers, don't get so fixated on grind. Just find the loft you're looking for and then talk bounce, because bounce will correlate to your grind option.
Got it.
Okay.
And then I guess so my last question on the wedges is how does the bounce affect when you don't have a tight lie, right? When you're in the rough, or I mean even in the second cut or third cut, and you have let's say 100-yard shot.
Yeah.
Right? That's, for me, that's like a half of 54 or a full 60 where so how does that bounce affect going through the rough at all? Or does it? Am
Yeah,
I overthinking it?
I think I would say you're overthinking it a little bit
Mhm.
because how I would explain this to you would be, are we planning for that shot that's out of the rough when we're building out your bag and your wedges, you know?
For John, yeah.
That's so. Hey! This is for all. This is for all you high single handicappers that you get a par, not a fairway in regulation, not a green in regulation.
Yeah.
Just like we were talking about earlier, you made one amazing shot out of a terrible lie. Yeah, I'm planning for that. That's how.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, so we're building a bag for you to save the day then. So
Or just or middle of the road, so I don't get in trouble. Because I think I have some older wedges, they're SM7s, and I think they're all 8s.
yeah.
So I was just like, I did the little Vokey test or whatever. But again, that's why I love that I'm getting we're getting all this good information because,
Yeah.
when you're a lot of, clubs are feel and their look, right? I probably shouldn't be hitting blades because I don't have the consistency and flushing the ball, but I can't look down at a top line that's super thick,
Yeah.
right? I just didn't, my dad played blades and I grew up looking at them. So, the game improvement pings or they just, I feel like I'm swinging a trash can lid.
For sure.
So it's just very aesthetic. And if I could, so that's what you're going to go buy. If you can afford to do it, you're going to go buy whatever your favorite tour players playing, whatever your buddies playing. They just, took $50 off you or whatever. But being able to have a little bit of that information. So when you guys do come down to Golf NV, this is the kind of one-on-one information that you're going to get to help inform the best decision. And sometimes, you can get a 10% discount online or, TaylorMade's running a special or whatever it is, but you are really taking a risk by not being able to come down and talk to a golf professional that's going to steer you in the right direction.
Yeah, and if game improvement's what you want, that's a critical part of it, right? Getting fitted correctly, getting a lesson. If someone wants to come here and do that, what's the best way to do it? Get hold of you.
Oh man, give us a call, email, come on down. We have an appointment book that we fill up every day, but we accept walk-ins as well. So I would say just kind of start the conversation. That's the biggest thing. I have a great staff here, great fitters, and we're all happy to talk golf all day long. So yeah, it's just getting into communication with me or one of my staff members and just seeing how we can help. If it's golf, we can help. If it's not, sorry, you gotta go somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I really appreciate the time. I mean, we could go get irons. We could go, but we're gonna come back. I think Jake the Snake's gonna be a regular on the show, even if it's just to come in and we're in the studio and just to talk golf. Right? We can chat about what's going on in the tournaments and things like that. Something new's coming out. Golf NV carries every major brand of club wedges. I mean, there's 200 putters. There's a 600 square foot practice green.
Yeah.
All the new apparel, all the new brands, great shoe section. I mean, this is a one-stop shop. I think there's 300 different golf bags over there.
Yeah.
You guys
Drink cooler.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you guys do the league? You guys have beer and stuff like it? You like, are you BYOB or?
We're very spoiled. We have South 40 right next to us, and so
Yeah.
they'll do some food and drinks for people if they're renting out bays.
Yeah.
The key is just kind of keep people golfing and talking golf. So
Yeah.
I would say that retail in general is kind of almost phasing its way out in the grand scheme of the world.
Yeah.
So we're very, I'm gonna always say lucky, grateful that almost this industry is getting so muddied and confusing that you have to put in your hands. You have to talk to us.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Amazons of the world, are.
Oh yeah. I got a buddy that got like a driver off of Temu, and I'm like, I don't even Temu. Like what? Come on.
Yep.
Jake, who's your favorite person in town to play golf with?
You can't do that. You can't throw.
Come on, we got to
three of
get
us,
one.
so-
I need one.
Well, it's been a long time since we played together, so. Oh man, there's a character out there, and the people that are watching are gonna know. But Dave Weist.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever come across Dave Weist?
Yeah.
He will make me laugh 4 hours straight.
Well,
And
get Dave. We're gonna mic the four of us up. We're gonna record around Hidden Valley.
Yeah.
Be one of our first ever.
Yeah, we'd love to do it. We're hoping to get as many of these as we can, but I just hooked up with a great photographer, videographer, shots by Joey. Joey's going to come out, and we'll just basically be mic'd up, little smaller mics than these. Carts are going to be outfitted,
Cool.
and we'll just have one cameraman with us, and he's just going to follow us around.
And tabs open on you, right?
Tabs open on me. Like,
Oh, do you hear that? Yeah.
Our cart.
Yeah.
So,
Well, hey, man, we really
Final
appreciate. Oh,
question.
final.
that we learned from here, right? What's one local spot you would recommend, whether it be food, bar, restaurant, club, whatever in town
Yeah.
that we should spotlight?
Something that's local, something that, I mean, it could be a retail shop, it could be a bagel shop, anything.
Can't be Yosh's. We did.
We already did Yosh's.
So
Yeah.
I'm born and raised Reno. Sparks for a little bit, but been here my whole life and have met a lot of wonderful people. And there's one guy that I have followed from restaurant to restaurant. That's Kwok Chen.
Oh yeah,
Okay, so Kwok's Bistro over downtown,
absolutely.
best Chinese food I've ever had.
Best
And
Peking duck.
Oh, yeah. Is that the one that's off kind of
Oh, yeah.
a second, but like,
it's kind of
behind-
on the wall.
yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
tiny.
It's smaller
Yeah.
than the putting surface.
yeah,
But,
I've had
he
food
used
there.
to
It's
play
good.
Hidden Valley,
Walk around
and
it all the time.
Yeah.
he's the best. And he'd walk around, thick Asian accent. He's great, and he'd go, "Kwok suck." Just every time he played golf, I'm like, "Kwok, you're shooting par." Like, you missed a putt, but it's okay. But
Yeah.
man, my uncle comes from Hawaii once a year, and we just go and order duck. It's
Yeah.
just plates of duck over there. So
Awesome.
um,
Well, if you got the connection, yeah, we'll reach out, and I think we may do South 40 over here in the next couple weeks, and then when we do, maybe come over and have a beer with us while we're
whatever you guys
giving
need.
Kevin the business. Awesome, man.
Always good to see you.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you so much for having us.
Appreciate
man.
you.
Thank
Guys,
you.
come see Jake and his team here, Golf NB.
Yeah, get you a putter right down here, right off of
1445 South Meadows Parkway.
yeah.
Yep, South Reno. You can call us here at 775-800-1600. Set up an appointment, lesson, anything you guys want.
Yeah.
Boom.
Awesome.